Well, hey, everybody, this is Tanner Mulvihill. I'm a homeowner in Kemp Woods and the owner of Bayfield Home Loans, and I'm joined today by my friend,
Dayla Brooks. How are you, Tanner?
Dayla. I'm doing great. And, when I tell everybody you're a top agent, I really mean it. And right now you're on a retreat for top agents. So you're coming to us live from a tropical paradise. It's really nice out here today, though, in Chesapeake. So we got some good weather.
Awesome. Awesome.
Yeah.
Welcome from Jamaica. It's
Oh, very
amazing here.
nice. Very nice. Very nice. All right. So we got 4 houses we're going to touch on really quick. So let me go and get our first one pulled up. And that is
Okay.
going to be 1213 Claytor Court. And, this one, tell me a little bit about it. 634 on the price point and just went under contract, looks like.
It went under contract quickly. And I will tell you, a lot of times we come in and tell the seller, okay, you need to do this, this, and this to get it ready and present.
Mm-hmm.
You only have that one chance to make a first impression.
Mm-hmm.
But this house, it's a great house. Don't get me wrong. It's a great house. It has 2 en suites, meaning there's 2 bedrooms with bathrooms attached, which is
Okay.
a great thing. And it has 5 bedrooms, but they undercut the price. So while it may not show as well in all of the pictures, they said, I don't want to do all that work. Let me just take some off the price. And it worked.
Yeah. And it makes sense, with the market the way it is right now, rather than kind of play the shoot for high and then drop as it goes along, they just kind of went maybe on the lower end to start with and went under contract quickly. So good on them and a kind of a smart move right now with the way things are.
Absolutely. Looks like it had been a rental, so the seller wasn't living there and couldn't do all the things that maybe he would have wanted to do because the renter was in place and he wasn't there. So, not a bad strategy.
And definitely makes that a little bit more difficult, working around schedules and everything. So
Yep.
good news for them. And, it's really, so talk to me a little bit about how when you do have 2 bathrooms in a neighborhood like ours, which are older homes, very established neighborhood and a little bit older homes, but that's really rare, right? To have kind of the 2 bathrooms.
It is really rare, and it's awesome because a lot of families are now having extended generations, so maybe a
Hmm.
parent moving in with them or maybe a college kid coming back and moving back in. So it's
Right.
really nice for that intergenerational thing to have that extra bathroom attached to a bedroom.
Yeah, it's, a great point. And the size definitely is helpful for those that are looking for the 5 bedrooms. Um,
Absolutely.
All right, well, let's go and get our next one pulled up. So that one is the one under contract, and we currently have 3 in the neighborhood that we're going to touch on briefly because we've talked about them in previous segments. And that the first one I'm looking at here is going to be 1404 Shenandoah Parkway. Now, this one started and it's dropped about 5,000 since last we chatted about it. And
Mhm.
it seems like we're getting close to them going under contract, Dayla, because we're in the neighborhood, and this might be kind of low end, but we're getting close.
Well, it's got smaller square footage and it doesn't have a first floor primary suite,
Hmm.
but it's Kemp Woods. It's a very sought after neighborhood and they've gone so low on the price. It would not surprise me for this one to go in the next 30 days. Yes, it has some things, but they're all cosmetic, they're all fixable things. So it would not surprise me. Yes, it's been on the market for 103 days, but we've got this election coming up. Once that happens, if rates go down, I think it'll be a perfect storm for this house.
And that's a great point. And that's what I'm sensing a lot in the market right now too. Is that there is a lot of people just kind of waiting for things to
Mhm.
to shake out one way or another, and then I think we're going to kind of get back to normal on the real estate front. But we are in a kind of a holding pattern for a lot of
We
folks,
are.
so that is impacting the market. But I would guess honestly that by the next time that you and I are having this conversation, this one's going to be under contract. So we'll see.
Yeah, I think so too. It's like waiting for that hurricane to come and not knowing which way it's gonna go. That's what we're
That's
doing with
right.
this election period.
That's right. That's right. Everybody's kind of standing by. All right. So then we have, now this one's interesting. And let me get it pulled up here. So we have pulled up is 904 Anna Joy Court. And you and I have talked about this property before. So I'm not going to click through all the pictures, but it's beautiful inside. And it went under contract at one point in the, when we had talked about it maybe a
Very
month ago, a
quickly.
couple months. Yeah.
Yeah,
And fell through for whatever reason, and that could be lending side, a loan officer didn't do their job, or maybe there was some issues that the home inspection that the buyer pulled out on, or they got cold feet, whatever it could be. There's lots of always things that happen.
absolutely.
Now Yeah, but talk to me a little bit about kind of when you have a house like this where you do go under contract so quickly and then you kind of have to get back on the market. I would guess as an agent that can be a little that's tough, right? Because it's like, oh,
It
we
is.
you know,
You don't want that status of fell through because that's a negative thing.
hmm
So this agent did exactly what I would have done after she'd been on the market for 62 days. She pulled it off, completely withdrew it from the market, and then put it back on as a brand new listing. So now it doesn't show as a fall through. So
right.
whether it was a home inspection or a lending or whatever, it now looks like a fresh slate. Now, if you're a buyer, your agent is going to be able to find that out for you, but somebody just looking out in the general MLS, may not see that. So
Right.
not a bad
And people are beginning their journey to find a home at different times. So
right.
somebody may be just like, oh, I see this house. This is what we're looking for. Got the pool. It's beautiful. All that good stuff. So they don't know those things until they do a little bit more digging. And I would think of this house. It is, again, as we had talked about it before, kind of the top of the market for Kemp Woods. But I hope they get the value that they're
Mhm.
looking for, and it goes under contract soon.
Absolutely.
So whether it's this next month or a little bit down the road. And the last one to touch on really quick, which kind of the same issue that we've had with the others, is just kind of you're competing, right? So this one,
Yep.
1525 Shenandoah Parkway, been on the market a little bit longer, and
It's not too bad. It hasn't been 30 days yet. It's just 24 days on the market.
okay.
However, this one has something that none of the rest of them have had, which is that first floor full bedroom
Ah,
and bath. So,
okay.
and I think that's why they're commanding the little higher price. And I hope they get it. It'll be great for the neighborhood if we can. But yeah, if like in the other house, when you had to come back on the market, I've had buyers go to that particular house and say, okay, do you have a home inspection? Can you share that with us? And so it's not a bad strategy at all. And in this one, because they're the one with that bedroom and bathroom on the first floor, they're banking on somebody that has an aging parent or somebody who has had a knee replacement or
Right.
something, and we want to keep that value up for the neighborhood.
I hope they get it for sure. And that is such a unique feature, with a house this size and then having that first floor master. I know that's an attractive feature. And I know you've worked with clients before that
Absolutely.
they're looking for that. And they probably start their search with, okay, we want a larger rambler.
Hmm.
With obviously first floor master, but then it's like, hey, would you consider something that has the first floor and
Yep.
and is bigger when you got family visiting and stuff like that?
Yeah. When I started selling back in 2006, that wasn't builders didn't do that, but now it's
Yeah.
become so prominent that it is a searchable field. We can actually put that in our search to only show me houses that have a first floor bedroom and bath.
Very interesting. And one of the things too, one of the things I love about Kemp Woods, and I had my folks visiting us this past week that they just were like, wow, what an amazing neighborhood, is we
Absolutely.
have such, we have mature trees, we have larger lots, we have wider streets. And there's a lot of really neat features about Kemp Woods. And
Yep.
a first floor master, the type of folks they're going to be looking at are potentially going to be older, and they'd fit right
Mhm.
in Kemp Woods because it's more of
Yep.
a mature neighborhood.
And you've got privacy in the backyards, and
Yep.
we've got the sidewalks for mamas to take their babies in the stroller. I mean, it's just a wonderful neighborhood.
Yep, absolutely. Well, Dayla, we've been doing this will be our fourth video. So for anybody out there that's getting ready to list their home coming up in the next couple of months or thinking about the spring, Dayla's number is at the bottom, and in our post when we post this, her contact information will be there so that you can reach out to her, and we can make sure that for a homeowner in Kemp Woods like myself, we get a top agent like Dayla Brooks in here to get the houses sold, because that's I like to see the values stay high.
We want to keep those values high. And just let me say, don't wait till the spring. In Hampton Roads, we have two selling seasons, and that two selling seasons is one in the spring and then one in the fall when the military gets their orders. The
Yep.
highest month of closings I've ever had was in December because they got their orders in the October, November timeframe and bought houses in December. So it's not a bad time here to list your house.
I think, in our case right now with this election once this gets over, that there's just going to be a lot of, okay, this is how it's going to be one way or another. And people are going to get back out there and start buying some houses. So I'm looking forward to that part.
Yep, there's some pent up demand coming for sure.
That's for sure. That's for sure. Well,
Absolutely.
Dayla, thank you as always. We will see you next month for the October update.
Absolutely. See you then.